pipe, the TAD 5-inch mufflers with the 2.5-inch louvered baffles. Then we're going to do the zombie baffle. It's what they name it. People always have to put like tough names with their stuff.
True.
So that, and then we're going to do the zombie baffle with the torque insert from Tab. Yes. It just causes a little more restriction, which helps bring the torque back. And it's just a straight pipe. There's no louvers in it with a restrictor right here. It's very loud, but it'll cause a dip in your torque curve, and we're going to see exactly how all this stuff, how this responds versus the louvers and the other ones. So it's going to be pretty cool to show everybody how all these Tab things work on the same bike. This is a Tab head pipe, Tab 5-inch mufflers. It's a 2022 Street Glide. It has Cyclorama 43 cams, S&S 55mm intake, 5 injectors, RLNS inverted series air filter. That one and the Scream Eagle Extreme work very similar. They'll cost you 1 to 2 horsepower on the dyno-graph versus most other ones it's 4 to 5, and then the heavy breathers 7 to 10. We've shown all of you that already. Yeah, we got a video on it. Look it up. Alright, so here we are. Originally this bike had 106.5 foot-pounds of torque, 80 horsepower. Now it has 130.6 foot-pounds of torque, 124.65 horsepower. Comes out of the hole really nice, just ramps up really quickly around 2,300 RPMs and just has a real nice graph. Next up is the Zombie. The Zombie. And we're going to show you what happens I'm excited. We finally get an opportunity to show everybody what the tab mufflers and their different baffles do. You have the ring insert. Yes, by Tab. Very exciting. Hope you enjoyed the video. That is from the restriction from the exhaust, allowing it to hold the fuel in the engine so it can burn the fuel and make power. This is working beautifully right now.
Okay.
It's going to be responsive. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be really good. I can't wait to see what Zombie does. Zombie. All right, that is the Zombie. It's loud. It's very loud. Let's come see how it did. All right, so now, if you come over here, you can see the blue line is a louvered baffle. It comes up, the Zombie actually kicks a tiny bit here before it drops and falls down here. But that's kind of on the start of the run. You can see how the louvered baffle carries a lot earlier. I mean, that's 10 foot-pounds of torque. But the Zombie will give you a little more peak torque, 3,500 to 4,000 RPMs. Now look, the Zombie lost horsepower, down to 117 max. With a louvered baffle, 124.6. So now you can see how you get that kind of dippy style big baffle curve here with this big open zombie baffle. And the difference between these two baffles, it's more restricted louvered baffle, how it works. You get the torque comes on early, it's much smoother. Horsepower is way better. So that is that. Next up, you're going to see how this reacts with the reducers in there. Actually, not called reducers. With what are they called? Next up, we're going to see how it reacts with the ring inserts. Yes. That'll be super cool. And we're going to show you. The 2-in-1 is two pipes that come back and go into one muffler. The 2-in-1 is the two pipes come together right here. If you look back here, I see a chamber. Then you see the second pipe come off there? Mm-hmm. That goes back into two. That's the difference. The 2-in-1 normally is a pipe that comes on a little harder in the RPM range, but a lot of times the 2-in-1s will be a little softer in the 2000 RPM range than a properly working 2-to-2. Now you can see on how the graph is looking with the big baffle, the big open zombie baffle versus the louvered one. That louvered baffle is working close to a 2-in-1. It comes up, it just goes, there's no dip, there's no nothing. That's a beautiful line. That's something we all look forward to. It just gives us the best all-round curve for the bike. Hey everybody, it's Dave from JD Cycle Works. Here are the results with the zombie tab inserts with the zombie baffles. The last part of our test on this particular vehicle. If you look in here, you can see the inserts installed, what they look like, if you can capture that inside there without melting your face or something. There it is. Alright, let's see what changes made here. Alright, here are the results of the tab muffler tests with the louvered baffles, the zombies, and the zombies with the inserts. Check it out.
Zombies with the inserts?
So, here is the green line is with the louvered 2.5-inch baffles, 130.6 foot-pounds of torque, 124 horsepower. Beautiful graph. Comes on a tiny bit softer than the bigger baffled ones. They just kick a little harder, but then they fall. The zombie baffle without the insert is the blue line. That turned out to be a maximum torque of 130, the maximum horse of 117.06. But you can see here, you can't always look at maximum numbers here. You have to look at what's over here on the left and on the right. So the zombies with the insert and without the insert, pretty much identical from 3,500 RPMs on up. Maybe 1 horsepower difference. Every graph will fluctuate that. But down low, you can see how the insert it does help a little bit. We have a little more low end torque here, up to about 3,500 RPMs than without the insert. About maybe 5 foot-pounds of torque, 4 or 5 foot-pounds of torque. But with the louvered baffle, you can clearly see the graph is just a lot smoother. And this is where you ride. This is where you're riding a lot when you're just starting off. And these dips are occurring at 2,500 RPMs, the 2,700 RPM area. So that's where it will feel a little softer, where the louvered baffle is going to feel a little more crisp. So there it is. That's the results. Pretty cool test here. This is the 22 Street Glide 114 RDRS, Cyclorama 483, S&S 55mm intake, 5.5 injector, Arlen S inverted air filter, tab head pipe, tab 5-inch mufflers. And here is showing you guys exactly how these different baffles work on the same bike and the same rest of the exhaust system. Hope you enjoy the video. Have a great day.